Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the laws of KASHRUS of Rabbi Binyamin Forst, and we should be wrapping up the final halachas over here in blood and eggs, which will be the final halachas in the Sefer. Din beitzah is arva betavja. What about an egg that got mixed in with food already? Mishalei badak beitzah, if you didn't check the egg, when the son of betavshil, and you put it into food, or you put it into a plate with other food, and then afterwards you see a drop of blood on the egg, it would seem to be that all of the food that is together with this egg is going to be asa. You can't eat it. Make sure you ask your local Orthodox rabbi. If a person cooks or fries an egg in a pot, or in a skillet, and then you find blood in it afterwards, you have to ask a shaila. There are many who hold that the pots and pans and the utensils that you use to cook this egg with the blood are going to be usher, so you have to ask your local Orthodox rabbi all the parameters. If you cook 3 eggs together, or yeser, you have 3 hard-boiled eggs in the shells that are cooking together. Only the egg that you find blood in, so that means you see from here that if you're eating hard-boiled eggs, in reality, you're supposed to check when you open it up, the hard-boiled egg, to make sure there's no blood spots in there. If there is, you have to dispose of that egg. And the other ones, though, that don't have blood spots are still going to be fine. There are those that have a custom that they never make less than 3 hard-boiled eggs, because that means that if one of them would have blood, that's the minority, and the majority is still good, and you can keep those around. And the final paragraph, din beitzin kayom. What about eggs in our day and age? Says Rabbi Forst, all these halachas that we've been talking about is an egg that it's possible to have to turn into a chicken. When it's a fertilized egg, however, there are eggs that come from chickens that did not come in contact with a tarnagol, with a rooster, and therefore they were never fertilized. Beitzah kezu, when you have an unfertilized egg, it's impossible to have chickens come from it. And therefore, even if you find a little drop of blood, it's only the drop of blood that's going to be usher, but the rest of the egg should be fine. Today, when you go to the store and you buy eggs, the majority of all the eggs are unfertilized eggs. So what are you really so concerned about? Nevertheless, we're not going to be lenient. We're not going to be lenient to permit eating an egg that has blood in there, even if you remove the drop of blood. Rather, what do we do? Just like we would do with a fertilized egg, toss the whole egg. There are those who check the eggs before they put them into any food. However, if you mix things up, and you didn't check it, and you mixed it up now with other eggs or other things, you could say, you could be lenient over there, since the majority of eggs don't have blood, so we could assume perhaps that this one doesn't, and therefore it's batal, it's nullified. If you did a hard-boiled egg, you did it with one other egg and you found blood, so even though you have to throw away the egg with blood, the second one, muteris, is still going to be okay. Even if you cooked one egg in a pot, and you found blood, even though you have to throw away the egg, in our day and age, you don't have to kasher the vessel that had the little drop of blood in there. That's only if all you found was one little drop of blood. But if the blood is like stretching out, so to speak, spreading out to all of the egg, it's not just a blood spot. There's so much blood. You'll have to ask a shaila question about the egg, if you're allowed to eat the egg, and if the pot or the pan that it was cooked in is going to need to be kasher. Hadran alach, that's the end of the laws of KASHRUS, and we also finished the part in the Fertilized of Avas Yisrael. Stay tuned. Starting on Monday, we're going to have a new limud altogether that we are going to embark upon as we are heading towards the time in the year of the 3 weeks, and Shivasa B'Tammuz and Tisha B'Av. I think, Be'ez Hashem, it'll be something that will be very elevating, inspiring, and insightful for all of us. Have a wonderful day.